Hey, good people, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today, I want to do a morning thought episode. After few days or so, I feel like doing these talks because fragrances are great. That's my passion. That's my love. I try to do fragrance reviews continuously or effortlessly every day, as far as my affordability or capability goes. But at times, life is also like there is real life out there. Also, there are other things, that concerns us, surrounds us. So sometimes I like to share my thoughts from real life, and I have the opportunity because I have some following here on the channel. So I guess not everybody watches like these videos, but if you're into life and real life issues, maybe we'll talk about few things like depression, what's the like why is it important be real, and knowing priorities in life, as well as like the importance of happiness, real happiness. Okay, so we will talk about that, all those stuff if you're interested in, and I will share some of my stories, my experiences, also my friends and stuff like that. But my scent of the morning is this Creed's Royal Mayfair, since I do fragrance talk. This is my brother's bottle. I just received it yesterday. Yeah, I was wearing it, and this is really a very different kind of juice, very vintage smelling, yet very charming. But one interesting thing though, when I was like today, this episode I'm gonna be just relaxing, not rushing that I forget. Try to finish it in like short time. Go for morning walk perhaps. And I was sick for some time, so it affected my mental health also. So let's see if it improves. So one funny thing happened yesterday. I was like somewhere. I sprayed this in the morning. This is a decant of Amiri by Arabian Oud. I have a nice little decant here, about 28 ml. I sprayed like on my shirt. I wore this. I took my mom to dentist, and I forgot about it. So just now I put on the shirt to do review. And I'm like, what am I smelling? Apart from Creed's Royal Mayfair. I'm like, damn, that's Amiri. That fragrance is a beast right there. If you never tried it, try it. It's very nice, sort of ambrox and fresh sort of a perfume, but very much like a Middle Eastern style pink pepper, very modern fragrance. Okay. So okay, this video I'm not gonna try to crack stupid jokes. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit serious matters. Okay, and if you are not into this kind of talk, you think these are rubbish, you can just walk away. No commitment needed. All right, but I'll tell you what. Even though we do fragrance reviews, we try to entertain you. We try to put efforts. Like I am like an ordinary like channel here in a sense that I don't have those flashy editing camera, anything like mic, nothing. I just put the phone, you guys know, and I talk to you one to one. So apart from this, like if you look at other reviewers who just put up their suits, they put up the lights, everything. It's like a show almost. It's almost like a movie. They give you a film. And I was watching something, and you really have to understand one thing. End of the day, everybody is a human. Okay, we all have sentiments, emotions, pain, happiness, all these things. It affects us, and we are real people. Everybody is like you, me. We're all real people. Nobody is extraordinary, above human beings. We all hurt when we all bleed when you get hurt, and when you get sick, also you start thinking. You go almost like near death experiences, or you get very very vulnerable in that way. So it makes you think. I guess perhaps the there are two health that's concerned. That is, one is mental health, other one is the physical health. The physical health is very very important. You really know very well that you have to be disciplined. You have to have some like things like water every day. You have to have some citrus, and you have to take care of your heart and weight. Sometimes diabetes, those who suffer from these things. I suffer from everything. High BP, like being overweight. I used to be really overweight, like 105+ kilos. Now I'm like around 80 something. So I have like, my goal is to reach, now it's about 75, 76. I think that would be ideal. So you guys know I go for morning walk. Why emphasize I go for morning walks? A little bit of sharing in the groups and stuff. So I want to encourage people to go for at least 40 minutes cardio every day, 1 hour, get some fresh air out there, like from the park or in the early morning. It really helps you. It makes huge difference. You sleep better. But when you get sick, let me talk about physical sickness, then go for the mental one. The physical sickness wise, I am very like, for food, when it comes to food, I just don't care. I'm just like, I love food. I love eating, like many of you obviously, but I watch, like, I take it to the next level. uh, I watch YouTube videos like travel vlogs, food vlogs and stuff. I see where people go these like vloggers go and what do they show, different culture, different country, Mexico, Brazil, Asia, Africa. So I see different food, and I start craving, like, wow, I need to have that. And then I had some sugar craving since I was like 15 or 16. I think I started really like I was fan of Coke, as you see. Now they disappeared. I used to have like a lot of sugary drinks. I'm not hiding them. Oh, there's one bottle of Sprite. I'm not touching it. I swear. Hmm. But what happens is when you have a sugar dependency, it slowly starts killing you. There's nothing worse than sugar that kills you, like slowly in time. Diabetes is something I really had since I think 2000, about 2000, I would say 14-ish, 15. That's the time it got really worse. But the thing is, like your brain gets used to it, and then if you do not have sugar, you cannot function. So anyway, recently I got very sick. Okay, I got very sick, and I had started having chest pains. I still have some, but it was really severe a few days back. And what happened was like I started feeling pain in my shoulders, my neck, my head, my legs, and I started almost like feeling dizzy. I cannot stay up. I sleep the whole day, night. What happened is I went to that place that I felt like I'm gonna die, just as simple as that. And I wished, I cried like 2 nights, I think, or something, not out of pain. I just like, I think something got to me, like I'm like, people are telling me, my well wishers are telling me, my doctors telling me, my friends telling me, like, go check up, check up. And I, for some reason, didn't feel the energy to go out and do something because there are some other things that affect me, like other people. But I felt like, what if it's a good thing, the world the way it is, and all the news that you read, all the hatred, all the division among people, like in name of religion, political differences, and people just like they are just so out there. They don't care. They don't like have any conscience. They just want to see some blood. They want to see some violence. They want to be angry, and they want to be beating up minorities. What's happening in India. I mean, I'm not trying to do political talk, but worldwide. Like Palestine. If you look at all the countries, they're suffering from war-torn countries. Syria. If you go to all these countries, like you see the documentary. I mean, no one gives a damn. Like, and not just talking about Muslims only because I am Muslim by religion, but I feel whoever is being, like Myanmar, like Rohingyas, they are being burned, they're being killed. So people just watch, the world just watch, and then media just make news, and it's just get people richer, like, you know. But the ultimate thing, what I'm trying to say is, seeing all this hatred, when people are in power, how cowardly they are, and they just attack minorities, and you just like see like how can a country, and I mean like mass, like even the authority, everybody, isn't a country, government, police are supposed to take care of the citizens of that country. They're supposed to protect them instead of beating them up. So when I see that, like that's just one small thing, perhaps it will not bother most of you or many of you, not most of you, like many of you. Like it's not my problem. I have my life is okay. I'm going to work. I'm enjoying. I have my girlfriend and stuff. Nothing bothering me. Things bother me. When I see injustice, when I see people being hurt, innocents, like children, you just drop a bomb. Forget about what religion they are. You just drop a bomb on a building and the whole family dies. 4 or 5 kids die. And no one really cares. You kill someone with a bulldozer and hang their dead bodies and stuff. When I started thinking of all this, I'm like, maybe it won't be a bad thing if I just pass in my sleep, just not a painful death. Maybe just, I was reading on heart attacks, strokes and stuff like that, because I was feeling the pain. I'm still not sure if I have it. I'll go for a checkup. But I went to that place like once in a while. We all go. We just go to the point when tears start coming down and you start feeling like you want to cry. And I saw like what's this guy's name? I forgot this comedian's name. He is the actor from Good Luck Chuck. Okay, so he's a stand-up comedian. He used to do a lot of like live comedy, like stand-up comedy. But there's one point he did this bit called "We all need to cry." Once in a while you just need to just cry. It was funny bit, but it's true. If you always just happy, you're trying to be happy, everybody's trying to be happy all the time, it's not possible. You can fake your life on social media and everything, but if you have pain, you cannot run from it. You can show the world that you're okay, you have your latest iPhone, you got the car, you got the friends, you got like what do you call that, life. but sometimes it's not real. Sometimes you're just lying to yourself. So I went to that place. I really got scared. I'm like, what if I have to go for open heart surgery? I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go through it. What if I have blockade, or what if I had cancer? Thoughts start coming, and it's not funny because life and death is not funny matter. Today you're here, tomorrow you may not be here. That's just not guaranteed at all. Like life, it's unpredictable. So I just like, I just wanted to die. Not because out of so much depression, but the depression took over, like how ugly we have become as human beings. Like we just want to be engaged in negativity, hurting others, being jealous, all the bad things, like the like tar or nicotine in your covered in your lungs. Like when you see these lungs, they're just totally destroyed over years of torture and abuse. This is what we are doing as toxic human beings, and the babies and next generations are coming, they are learning this from us, and they are practicing this. They're practicing in name of religion. We have to hate others and forget about humanity. If you are this particular thing, your identity, you are screwed. It doesn't matter if you're a decent human being, if you're good, if you love others, if you have a big heart, you just die. It just bam. You just get beaten because of your racial identity. And that's just one thing. Another thing is, in this country, like we live in Bangladesh, so it's I'll just tell you straight, we live in a third world country. And third world country, things are, the poverty is a lot, like a lot of people are poor, and very small people, number of people, it's same like the world, but here it's like you can see it. Very few number of people, they're really rich, and you know how they become rich: corruption, theft. They steal money, they never pay back, they go bankrupt, and they are the ones who are happy apparently in this world. And a lot of people out there, they're looking for job, really struggling, they're working really hard. This is something to do with our lives also. Like, I personally believe I work really hard to become something because I love this line. I want to be somewhere. Of course, money matters. You want to be somewhere like you have a nice life, you have a car, you have a something. Like your work is meaningful. Someone appreciates you. But no, when you do the hard work, the wrong people come and take advantage, and they try to take away what you create, and they take the credit. I see it everywhere. My dad works wherever his workplace. I worked. People just want to use you. They want to be so. Uh, these other things shouldn't bother you if you're strong, but at some point you're all human. I told you, so it gets to you, and then constantly people are just trying to hurt you, hating on you, and barking at you. You know, at most of the time I don't really bother, but once in a while I see it, like people don't even know me, they hate me. There is a guy, I don't want to say names, in Bangladesh. This guy is part of my, like he used to be in my group, but he actually is more part of another group, like who is always working against me, and spreading hatred, making stupid videos and stuff. So this guy doesn't even know me in real life. He said to those guys that give me details of this guy. I want to teach him a lesson by contacting the authority, and I have high powers and everything. And I didn't really bother because these people, uh, God is the one who decides. People don't decide anything. But I'm like, how stupid people can be. The thing is, I want to understand this concept. If they don't know me and they just assume these things, they write things on my, profile, and then my under videos, they assume things. Some guys wrote like, "Hey, do not trust Joy." I mean, these are real people, and I am a real person because I read this. This is why I don't want to read sometimes comments. He says, "Do not trust his reviews because he's having a decant page." So my thing is like, if you are doing a business and you're doing your product reviews, is it always necessary that you are lying and you're just making up, or you just push product? Not necessary. There's a likelihood that this person could be telling the truth. Perhaps we're so scared nowadays we don't want to trust anybody. So this is what I want to establish: the trust. You may trust, you may not trust. This is one thing, is about freedom. If you want to trust someone, it's up to you. Okay. And if you don't want to trust, it's also up to you. When I say review, like a fragrance review, I always say check it on your skin. Do not just blind buy stuff. Like some reviewers really hype shit up, like this is the best, is it the best flanker ever, or is it the best perfume, is the niche game best. They try seeing different pages. They do this. I bought it, so give two for me, one for me. Other people go like, wow, we have to blindly follow them. So these are kind of people, like I see, they are plastic people. I know they are not telling the truth. With all due respect, there are reviewers I do not follow because I love fragrance game, and we have a small community, relatively compared to the phones, gadgets, or cars, but watches. But fragrance game, we don't want to fight and divide. But one thing I tell you, if you do not keep things real, at one point the depression is gonna get to you. You may beat everybody, you may be corrupt, you may cheat everybody, and you become so rich. And what thing what's gonna happen is you'll not find the happiness in the end. You'll think like getting rich will make you happy. No, if you do not have any real substance, real people, you always have fan following. They just kiss your ass, but they're not. They're doing this to get something out of you. There are people who try to do you favors apparently, but they actually want something from you. So these are the things happening in the world. So these combine, when you think and you're doing so much hard work, honest work, dedicated, and you see some of the guys who come like uh, no disrespect once again, but some women will come and show some bikini and then show their body, and then some reviewers will show some women. It's fun and entertaining, but they will be getting like 1 million views. Oh, he's the best reviewer ever. And perhaps it's just my perception, but I respect reviewers who have honesty, who talk about a fragrance, the novelty. I don't know what is the word, but they actually focus on the sole focus is on the fragrance itself. You show 100 titties, okay, 100 pair of titties, all due respect, we men, we do love them, but but what I'm trying to say, when you're reviewing a fragrance, like all these fragrance we buy, we put not just like showing you a fragrance like, oh, there's a bottle, there's a hype, and then 5 minutes you talk about women, how they like it or something. You make up some stories, you know and you do not really talk about the thing that actually you're reviewing. Like it's a fragrance as a story, like perhaps a memory, and you just show a fragrance, you forget about it. It happens with us sometimes, but not like we are not really doing it purposely. Perhaps that's okay, but some people are just doing it, and they're getting all the love. And I understand reviewers like Mark, like Chad, they're frustrated. I often understand, how that works for them. At times it works for me also. Like I'm like, okay, I put a 10 minutes video, I talked about a fragrance, I did put my heart and soul, I tested that fragrance outside, I asked people, I tested it this here and there, and I get like about on 300 views. Then I'm like, you know what, my reason for doing this is so I can do the work. It's not how, the purpose is not, the first priority is not to get popular or this to be the best. Let others can be the best, it's okay. You don't have to be so serious. But when you see wrong people get appreciated, it demotivates you. A lot of people I see quit, walk away. They perhaps don't feel it's worth it for them. But some people are strong enough, they keep pushing. Like I'm a machine, I keep pushing. I don't really care. I get sad sometimes, I say I'll quit YouTube, but I come back, I do this because I feel happiness doing this. But sometimes I really realize what's important is be happy first, then do this, rather than trying to find happiness in this reviewing world, collecting and then collecting like a madman. You can collect 1,000 fragrances, it's not gonna make you happy if you're not really enjoying it and you're not being real. Okay, so the thing I want to finish, I don't want to do, not finish, I want to do, say something important, that is, try to see what's best for you. If you are getting tired of it, take a break, talk to your friends, go out, meet real people, enjoy food, do something for others. These are things will make you happy. These are things, invisible things. You show love, you show loyalty, you show kindness. These are the invisible things. That's the most powerful things in this world. Not power. Power, they say, flows from the barrel of a gun, but I think power flows from the heart. People, when they have a say, they stand united against wrongdoing, and they do some good things in this world. I think you can battle it. The first thing to address depression, before you want to cure it or you want to have move on, you only want to work towards it, you have to admit that you do have trouble, you do have pain. If you do not admit it, you never work work it out. So yes, it's part of the life. What can you say? You'll see this in real life, a lot of famous celebrities, they commit suicide. Perhaps it's too painful for them. You don't understand. Normal people don't understand, like, oh, why are they not valuing life? Perhaps they're tired of it. They are in pain. Like guys like Jim Carrey or who else? Um, I'm trying to remember this actor's name, Robin Williams. They make you laugh. Real life people example. They make you laugh and you go like, wow, these guys are funny. I'm like, ha ha ha. And oh, I remember the comedian's name, Dane Cook. He was talking about that we need to cry. That watch Dane Cook, awesome, awesome comedian. But see these actors, singers. Linkin Park was one of my favorite bands. I had no clue this guy is going through depression. He had a family, he had children, and he killed himself. And we had in fragrance community, we had people who were lonely and they passed. Some of my friends, they used to review. They are in better place, I guess. But we lost people, with not knowing what they're going through. So when you see we go to that place and you just realize that you really have to address these issues. Maybe you need a friend to talk about these things, not just showing them, hey, I got this watch, I just got this car. These are the not the things that you want to focus on. Maybe if you're lonely, my good friend Thomas said he lost an uncle who used to live like I do, lonely, alone. I'm not lonely, but I have good friends, but I don't really socialize, go out there, and I am like kind of like backdated at this moment. I don't bother, I don't feel like bother because I think the good times are in life perhaps are gone, and all you see in this world is hatred, ugliness, narrow-mindedness, and these are the people what they just chase $1, 100 people chasing it. What do you expect? So if there's no healthy competition, people play unfair, you feel depressed when you see injustice, the head of the state, and they don't care for you, the state doesn't really support you, the authorities, they support the wrong people and the wrong people win. You start getting disheartened. So we what I'm trying to say is we have to understand what's good for us, perhaps on our individual level, what you can do. Maybe walk away from negative things, stop seeing negative things, and I think we have to focus on small things. Like if we, in our field, we should try to be our best. Let's say we are an accountant. We should not never be giving to corruption, or if we're in banking sector, we shouldn't take bribes. If one person makes a difference, I think slowly people start seeing they actually people are wrong, like bad people are scared of honest people, good things. So if you start making a change, you see some dust or something wrong on the street, like let's say you see a piece of like a metal or something that can destroy someone's car tire, I remove it. I take that effort, I come down from my car, I remove it. Or if I'm seeing something like something, someone in distress, a cat or something, I try to help it. So try to do good deeds, it will really give you really, really good vibes. And try to do things for other people. If you buy things for yourself, it's happiness. But if you give something for your family or friends and you see them getting happy, it makes you happy. So these are the things I want to talk about. Like don't work yourself to death. I know a lot of workaholic people, they are chasing their dream. I want to be there, I want to be the CEO, I want to be having that Mercedes. Work hard, no problem, but at the same time, watch out, do not smoke, you know do not drink, do not work like a madman. And that's what I do sometimes. I keep working, I cannot relax, and I have this condition of OCD. I have to finish my work, I have to always constantly do something, check, notification comes, if someone asking about something, I check. But apart from that, sometimes it's just important you take enough sleep, you do not worry, and do not put yourself in a position where you're going to regret it. Do not take that much food that you cannot chew. Okay, so keep your life simple, keep your life happy, and stay around good people, positive people, and value those people. When you have good times in life, do not forget them who actually were with you in bad times. So these are the things I think, some of the things I was thinking, and I think I'll go for the morning. I feel good sharing and taking this out. It feels like you feel lighter. So those who actually watch these videos, thank you so much. I know you guys are good people, you are real people, and fragrance reviews are great. These are like some things. I think Jim Carrey, just one last thing, he says, we do this acting, we have these avatars, like, or you have these figures. These are not real, these are just entertainment, these are not real us. Real us behind the face maybe is not smiling, it's just full of pain. I was watching this video. Ariana Grande, I think, lost her boyfriend or something. She was, and then she went to. I don't quite remember what it was, but she went to Manchester. There was this terrorist attack, whatever, and she was traumatized. These are real people. They when they cry. So sometimes life is not always perfect. Like you see the picture perfect. It's not that. Life sometimes is not so perfect. Okay, so to be okay, to be normal, I think we should help each other by being positive. Do not spread hatred blindly. Do not call a nation, oh, this whole country is terrorist. Oh, these countries are all ignorant. Or say like, we being Muslim, we shouldn't say like America is like, like all killers, or these general statements. That's what ignorant people do. Travel, learn, watch videos. Maybe your religion is right, but your people, what they're preaching is not right. It's people who mess things up. Nothing's wrong with any religion. Every religion is beautiful. I find beauty in everybody. I don't want people to change or convert and this and that shit. I find it's, I don't know why. Like, if you go to Nepal and you go to, like, let's say Tibet, you see like their what they practice, or let's say you go to uh, I don't know, Italy, somewhere they have their own culture going on, their own food. I want to actually learn about a new culture. Even though I cannot travel, perhaps I'm more into this fragrance game. Perhaps I can. It's all about priorities. But uh, I want to say something like, do not blind hate. Learn. Do not how to say, do things because people tell you. Do not let people control you. Do not be like how to say like followers, like sheeps, like brainless sheeps. Do some thinking, do some soul searching. When people tell you like these religion people are bad, or that particular race is bad for us, not everybody in one country is going to be bad. In your own religion, not all the people are going to be good. So stay with good people. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not look at people's color, because underneath you all having red blood flowing. If someone can show me different, that would be awesome, but I think I'll be freaked out. But focus on, prioritize on good people, good hearted people. Do not prioritize on wrong things based on your blind hatred. So that's all. Thank you very much for watching. And if you have other thoughts, please share with others in the comment section. And be real. That's the most important. If you're real, you're gonna be okay. Take care, guys. See you soon. And I'll go for the morning walk now. Bye bye.